Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about the myth of AI delivery photo fraud. So in late December, a post on X went viral after an Austin customer shared what appeared to be an AI generated image used as proof for a Doordash delivery that never arrived. The image showed a generic looking Doordash bag sitting in front of a clean, symmetrical front door, a door that did not match his real one. Doordash refunded the order, removed the account, and the story quickly spread with a simple "drivers are using AI to fake delivery photos" quote. And that's a great narrative and also a very misleading one, because when you actually look at how DoorDash works, how fraud works, and what this would require in practice, a very different picture emerges. And this issue has just been growing across many social platforms. So in this video, we are talking about the myth of AI delivery photo fraud, what DoorDash is saying, what this customer has said versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment, educational, and informational purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over is very market to market and case by case. What applies to me and my market may not apply to you. So with all that said, let's get started. How DoorDash delivery photos normally work and the important nuance. Now, under normal conditions, DoorDash does not let drivers pick an image from their gallery or upload a file. The app opens up the camera and requires a live photo. However, and this matters, like any large complex mobile app, there are edge cases, fallback paths, and client-style behaviors that can be abused if the device or app is modified. So the correct statement isn't that it's impossible, it is a normal driver using a normal phone in a normal app flow cannot do this. So if this did happen, it didn't happen through the normal path. What the image actually suggests. If you look at the viral screenshots closely, the proof image shows a generic DoorDash bag in front of a different, cleaner, more symmetrical door, with none of the real-world features present in the customer's actual entryway. The mailbox, sidewalls, flamingo, etc. And that strongly suggests that this is a reused photo from a previous delivery, a stock generic image, a cached image, something injected directly into the app or API, or an AI-generated or manipulated image using the door as a reference. Even Hobart himself later said the more likely explanation was a stolen account used on a jailbroken or modified phone, or a client directly sending an image to DoorDash's back end. In other words, this looks like an account takeover or client integrity failure, not a driver using AI. To be fair, fraud does exist. Now, let's be 100% fair here. Delivery fraud does exist on all sides. There are drivers who steal food. There are customers who falsely report orders. There are compromised accounts. There are shared accounts. There are people abusing platforms on both sides. Nobody serious is arguing otherwise. And to be clear, serious is someone who's actually trying to make a difference on the subject, not someone trying to pick a fight to get a reaction out of somebody. But that's exactly why it is important to not let legitimate concerns evolve into exaggerated narratives that go far beyond available evidence. Because now there's a massive difference between fraud exists on delivery platforms and drivers now using AI-generated fake delivery photos. Those are not the same claim. And the problem with viral internet narratives is that they often begin with a small amount of truth before rapidly evolving into something much larger, much broader, and much more emotionally charged than original evidence actually supports. Yes, it's technically possible. No, it's not economically rational. Okay, guys, let's be absolutely realistic here. Let's be very honest about what it would take to pull this off deliberately. You would need a stolen or purchased account, a jailbroken or rooted phone or emulator, a modified app or API level injection, non-standard camera hooks or replayed images, plus enough sophistication to avoid immediate detection. That's not casual fraud. That is multi-step, technical, fragile, high risk, and high effort fraud. And all of this for what? A poke bowl? A couple of meals on an account that is almost guaranteed to get burned quickly? Most drivers can't afford to miss a day of work, let alone build or buy a setup like this. This is like saying it's possible to steal a vending machine with a generator and an angle grinder. True, but no one concludes that the vending machine theft is now a power tools crime wave. What drivers actually deal with. One of the biggest problems with stories like this, and I alluded to it earlier, is that most people are looking at it from the outside and have absolutely no idea what drivers already deal with on platforms like these every single day. Because when people hear a story like AI generated delivery fraud, they imagine some massive coordinated scam where drivers are becoming cyber criminals overnight. But the reality of gig work, to be honest, is far less glamorous and far more chaotic. Drivers already deal with GPS issues, app crashes, incorrect pins, customers entering wrong addresses, restaurants handing out incomplete orders, stacked orders creating timing confusion, long wait times, false reports, and automated trust and safety systems that often operate with very little transparency. And when something goes wrong, the driver is usually the first person to get blamed, regardless of what actually happened. And the hater brigade begins to flood my comment section and can't wait to tell me this is why I don't tip my driver. And all of that matters because these systems rely on behavioral analysis, automated fraud detection, image verification systems, account integrity monitoring, and AI-assisted moderation tools. And this is not just a Doordash issue. Doordash is simply the biggest name and the most recognizable name attached to a story like this right now. The broader reality is that every modern gig platform, Uber Eats, Instacart, Grubhub, Amazon Flex, Walmart Spark, many others, increasingly rely on the automated trust systems that make decisions based on incomplete information, probability models, and behavioral scoring. And that creates a very dangerous environment when viral stories start tuning edge cases into broad narratives. And from a practical standpoint, sophisticated fraud like this makes very little economic sense for most drivers anyway. Think about what would actually be required. Compromised accounts, modified devices, rooted phones, injected clients, API manipulation, image spoofing, and avoiding detection systems all being coordinated on this front. And more. And that is an absurd amount of risk and effort for extremely low value fraud. Most drivers are trying to survive a shift, pay bills, avoid getting deactivated over things that they didn't even do, not build some Hollywood cyber fraud operation over a burrito bowl. This is easier to fake as a customer than a driver. Now, here's the perspective almost nobody in media has acknowledged. From a purely practical standpoint, it is far easier to fake a scenario like this as a customer than a driver to actually conduct it. For a driver to do this, you're talking about account compromise, modified devices, tampered clients, API level abuse. Again, high effort, high risk, technical setup that makes very little economic sense for the value of food delivery fraud. And for a customer, the bar is dramatically lower. A customer can simply take a photo of their front door, generate or edit a fake delivery image using AI or a basic photo editor such as Gemini, Canva, or Midjourney, post both images and say, "This is what they sent me," and let the internet and press do the rest. No hijacking, no modified device devices, no platform security evasion. Just make a social media post and let the reactions come in. That does not mean this particular customer fabricated the story, but it does mean something structurally important. The version of the story that requires the least technical sophistication is the one that points away from the driver and not towards them, which makes it more concerning how quickly this narrative hardened into drivers are using AI now without serious scrutiny. Doordash already designs for this threat model. Large platforms like Doordash already monitor for jailbroken and rooted devices, emulators, device fingerprint anomalies, API misuse, image reuse patterns, behavioral signatures, timing, and GPS inconsistency. Meaning that if somebody's actually doing this, they are already in the category of serious, deliberate platform fraud, not drivers discovering some clever trick. So framing this as drivers are now using AI is not just wrong, it's a category error. Why stories like this explode online? One of the reasons stories like this spread so aggressively online is because this isn't a technology story, it's a human psychology story. The second people hear AI generated fake delivery photos, it immediately activates multiple fears at once. The fear of AI, distrust of gig workers, fear of automation, fear of scams, and the fear that technology is suddenly becoming impossible to verify. Social media thrives on emotionally simplified narratives because possible client-side integrity failure involving a compromised account and platform verification systems is not a viral headline. But drivers are using AI to fake deliveries now absolutely is. And once that simplified narrative starts spreading, people begin emotionally filling in gaps that were never proven in the first place. How narratives become bigger than reality. Honestly, I've seen this kind of thing happen in real life long before AI was even part of the conversation. I have a cousin named Christine, and one of the reasons that my father struggles talking to her sometimes, and same with me nowadays, is because she has a tendency to take an ounce of truth, emotionally expand on it, and retell events in the way where the narrative becomes much bigger than the actual situation itself, and somehow about her. And that doesn't mean the original event didn't happen. It means the framing of the event changes over time. Details become exaggerated, assumptions become facts, emotion replaces nuance. Suddenly the story people are reacting to is no longer the same story that originally happened. And by the way, she's the reason it happened. And after talking to her over an hour for something that could be explained in a few minutes, she talks about your victory and something good about you and makes it about herself and how she impacted the situation, claiming somebody else's victory is her victory specifically. Social media does that exact same thing in scale. A real event happens that upsets and affects somebody else. Maybe someone who doesn't have the same amount of online presence. Then speculation gets added, assumptions get layered on top, headlines simplify everything. Outrage spreads faster than analysis, and before long, people are treating a highly unusual edge case like it represents millions of workers. And that is exactly why stories like this need to be analyzed carefully instead of emotionally, because sometimes a story is just a method to create clout on a social platform and not what actually happened. The quiet class narrative hiding this story. You know, what's really troubling about this is how quickly a kind of story like this turns into look what drivers are doing now. Even in the original thread, the technical explanation drifts into speculation of how drivers reusing passwords and vague commentary about trust in society. Despite the fact that the author himself admits this would be easy to fake, this is not real proof, it likely requires technical workarounds, and it probably is a stolen or compromised account. And that is how rare, exotic edge cases get turned into broader suspicion of of an entire workforce. If this was an account takeover or a modified client, that is a platform security issue, not a cultural or moral story about gig workers. Framing it otherwise is not just inaccurate, it's a subtle form of stigma. The part nobody wants to say out loud. Smart drivers are bad for the system. There's another layer to this story that almost never gets discussed, but every experienced driver understands it intuitively. Platforms like Doordash do not optimize for the smartest and most strategic drivers. They optimize for compliance, throughput, and predictability. A driver who only accepts profitable orders, knows when an offer is bad, doesn't fall for manipulative prompts, doesn't absorb long waits, doesn't absorb dead miles, doesn't absorb broken routing for free, and doesn't treat every order like it's better than nothing, doesn't make the system run smoother. They expose the system's inefficiency. And at scale, it is more useful to Doordash to onboard 3 new drivers who accept almost everything than to keep one experienced driver who only accepts good orders. The first group props up bad pricing and bad logistics. The second group makes those problems visible. And over time, that kind of driver stops looking like an asset and starts looking like friction, starts looking like a liability. And once a driver is categorized internally as friction or a liability, any vague, technical, unchallengeable trust and safety label becomes extremely convenient for them because AI generated delivery photo fraud is perfect for this. It sounds serious. It sounds sophisticated. It ends the relationship instantly without having to admit what actually happened. And from the outside, it looks like enforcement. And from the inside, it can begin functioning more like risk, cost, and pruning. Why the viral story makes this even more dangerous. Once a story like this goes viral, it creates a ready-made narrative. We're removing bad actors using AI. That makes it much easier to justify removals that have nothing to do with AI and everything to do with cost control, compliance pressure, or pruning drivers who are no longer economically convenient. And because the accusation is technical and opaque, the driver has no meaningful way to contest it. The risk isn't AI, it's misdiagnosis. The danger here is not that drivers have discovered AI. The danger is that media and platforms are mislabeling client integrity and account security failures as AI fraud, and the process of shifting blame onto the people with the least amount of power in the system, and in the process of shifting blame onto the people who have the least amount of power in the system. Because once that label exists, it becomes a convenient explanation, a vague enforcement category, and a justification that's hard for any individual to challenge. Final thoughts. The biggest risk in these systems is not what AI can fake, it's what platforms can misdiagnose and who they choose to blame when they do. The scary part isn't that AI can generate fake photos. The scary part is how quickly people are willing to believe entire groups of workers are guilty based on a viral screenshot. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, check out my website, drivenwild.com, if you'd like to learn some more about the services and gig platforms we have talked about in the past and our offerings gig workers today. Thank you so much for watching, and until